Play full game. Entering team select screen. The New York Jets, the home team, are selected. Ready.
It's week 12 of the 2022 season. And in the spotlight is Khalil Herbert. He's coming off a great week, reaching triple digits in yards with a collection of touchdowns. It's the Bears and the Jets, next on Madden Football.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Jets coming into play. They've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
Entering play call screen. Return middle. Return left. Return middle.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game: surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
Personnel, play tight, option, run. Inside hand, AHP blunt dive.
Starting on the ground with Herbert. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. But Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself. I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played with dinosaurs roam the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
On second and 11 now. Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Third and 2, Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Entering play call, quick pass, there are 6, Y stick.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Fields now to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they'll work this down inside the 30. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Inside, AHP blunt eye, zone weak.
On first and 10, it's Herbert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later.
Quick pass, Y stick.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Cross button.
Here's Fields. No, he stays up.
Circle button.
Feeding but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Entering play call. Y stick. Double slant. Y stick.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now Fields. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things, getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, that lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
Entering play call. The FGK flip pass. On plan, there are 8 coach suggestions. Recent play favorites. There personnel. There played run pass. Quick standard pass. Shotgun pass. Play action pass. Sprint HB flat. Boot slide. Wide drag wheel.
On 4th down, Fields.
Circle button. Circle button. Square button.
Here's Griffin on the catch. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Herbert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Another carry for Herbert on second down. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Zone weak.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Herbert diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15 options.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Well, we get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week. But all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at about the 32. And they'll run it. This is Jim. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Play call, option, run, inside, AHD blank dive, zone weak.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff for Herbert. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
AHD blanked out, 24, zone weak, and around leg. Play option, run, option, red option.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Cross button.
The Field's going to take this himself.
Square button.
Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Entering play call option. You have 6 options. Shovel option is selected. Play type, error, RPO, option, run, pass. Quick pass, error, Y stick.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Fields.
R1 button.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Griffin. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Khalil Herbert, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead.
So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Entering play call, coach suggests, on plan, there are coach recent play, favorites, there are, personnel, play type, there are, option, run, pass. Quick, Y stick.
Matt Eberflus is going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2. Fields trying to throw for it.
That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0.
That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've got back to where they want to be, he'll try it out there for the next one.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options, kickoff left is selected.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
They'll start on the ground. Carter.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
And now off to the races down the right side.
And he takes us all the way down to the Bears' 9. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, this is a case of improper form from a tackling perspective, because when you get ready to go up against a back like this, everyone has to be able to understand you've got to be able to slow him down and let the cavalry come to the rescue. They were nowhere to be found that time, though, and this winds up being a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Robinson is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Zach Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Roughing the kicker. Ethan.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options, return left is selected.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Play type, there are 8 categories. There are 6 subcategories. Up, run. Inside hand, AHP blunt dive, zone weak.
Now Herbert to start the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Pass. Quick pass. Y-stick.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, All I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. Yes. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Fields on third down. And again back to Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. The Bears have 5 and 6 to start the play. They're coming feeling pretty good after back-to-back victory, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Entering play call, Y-stick.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Play type, run, pass, quick pass, standard pass, shotgun pass, play action pass, pass sprint 8, paw boot slide, paw wide drag wheel. Cross button.
One play action, Fields.
Button. Square button.
He finds Mooney here on the comeback route. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Outside hand, inside handoff, KHD blunt, zone weak.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. This is Herbert. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Play time, option, run, pass. Quick pass, errors, Y-stick.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cross button.
Fields.
Button.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Here's Fields.
Cross button. R1 button. R1 button.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Sheldon Rankins able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decide to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Honda selected.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now we've got a stoppage for an injured player, and that appears to be Garrett Wilson, who is shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
Now the point after try for Santos. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? It always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. And tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive with a handoff to Carter. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. There's Wilson to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the 2nd quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
Santos now to add the PAT.
That event is selected.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. He's had a pretty miserable first half. The pick 6 a moment ago, the second one he's thrown.
Entering
and we're not to
play call,
halftime
coach
yet.
suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident
Entering
throw
play
right
call,
there.
coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here we go. Check. Opposite. Alert. Flipper.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. Hey.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing is Wilson. He's got it. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Robinson is into the end zone for a Jets touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Zerline now for the PAT. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taking it about the 1.
R2 button.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Categories option is set to quick pass 11 plays. You have 5 options. Pass is selected. Run. Inside hand. AHB blunt. Zone weak.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Entering play call, inside hand, AHB blunt guide, play kite, auction, run, auction, red auction.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go option to the short side.
Square button.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Entering, red option. Play type, RPO, option, run. Inside, AHP blunt dive.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Herbert.
R2 button.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
AHP blunt dive.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Cross button.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll go again with Herbert. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. 47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Entering play call, inside handoff. There are 7 categories. You have 50 action, AHP blunt dive.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had another coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Entering play call, inside handoff. There are 7 categories. AHP blunt dive. 24 zone open. AHP blunt dive. 24 zone open.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Here's a give to Herbert, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert, and able to get this to the 31.
Entering play call.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
AHP blunt die, 24 zone open, play height, option, run, pass. Y stick.
2nd and 6.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
R1 button.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Sheldon Rankins. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Entering play, Y stick. Quick slant, Y stick.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Entering play call with Y stick. Double slant. Play, run. Inside, AHD blunt dive, zone weak.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A handoff for Herbert.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Fields. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
John Franklin Myers showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Run. Pass. Special. RPO. Option. Red option.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. He's going to keep this again.
Oh, good move. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, kick F, unplanned, player, there are 8 categories. Formation, play type, there are 8 categories. RPO, auction, you have red auction.
They're going for it with the option right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall.
And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And New York set to take the field.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line. They start on the ground with Robinson here.
To about the 33-yard line.
Let's have to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Wilson. His throw incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
Let's do our thing.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here we go. Set.
On first down, Wilson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
On second down, a run with Carter.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. On third down, Wilson. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I have no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Play action. It's Fields.
Triangle button. Cross button.
He'll get that underneath to Herbert.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
I form. Play type, error, RPO. Option. Run. Inside, AHP blunt, zone weak.
This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. It's a pickup of 6.
Entering play call, inside handoff.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the visiting Bills who were able to come away with the victory on the road. Devin Singletary, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Mac Jones leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And a big reason why they have this big lead, the running game. They're over 100 yards as a team, and it's been the catalyst for this offense. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they too have had a lot of success running the football, as both of these teams have really used their offensive lines to great advantage.
Entering
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Defend short pass. Defend medium pass.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Kickoff middle.
Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson, and he's got the hook up to Moore. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Carter. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
It just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, he finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
Second and 11 at the 41. Here's Wilson. That's a screen play here for Carter. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Robinson up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Suggestions.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ready, ready.
Here's Robinson again on second down. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely needed to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Entering play call, play type. There are 8 categories. There are option, run, inside, AHP blunt, zone weak.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Entering play call, inside, AHP blunt dive. 24 zone open. AHP blunt dive. Zone weak.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert once more. Taken down at the 42.
Entering
not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be, but still a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Play type, their option, run, pass, special, RPO, option, red option. Cross button.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
They're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Entering play call option. You have 6 options. Play type. There are 8 categories. Run. Inside hand. AHP blunt dive. Zone weak.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Cross button.
This is Herbert. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Entering play call.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Run.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Red option. Red option. Play type. There are RPO. Option. Run. Pass. With Y stick.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Cross button.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Square button.
Quick slant, finding Claypool. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Quick pass. There are 6 categories. You have 11 options. Quick slant. Y stick.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cross button.
Here's Fields.
R1 button. R1 button.
Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
There are 6 categories.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll run here with Herbert.
R2 button.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Entering play call. Inside handoff. There are 7 categories. Play type. Option. Run. Pass. Quick pass. Y stick. Cross button.
Fields now to throw.
Button.
Touchdown Bears! A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now the point after try for Santos.
Again, just selected.
And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Robinson, and this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Again, it's Robinson dancing away at the 35. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Okay, ready?
Now Wilson on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Run. Inside, AHP blunt dive.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Now Herbert to start the drive.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
AHP blunt dive. Zone weak. Play tight. Option. Run. Option. Red option.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Cross cutting.
Here's the option going right. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
Entering play
yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Back to throw. Fields.
He finds his man, complete. It's Griffin.
Entering play call.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I think it's okay that they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Triangle button. Triangle
Now on
button.
3rd and long,
Circle
they'll look
button.
to throw. Goes right back to him. It's Griffin again. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over. The offense running out, and we shine the spotlight on the undrafted revelation, James Robinson. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Play action. It's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson. Flush to his right. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Entering play call.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium.
Categories.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing is Wilson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Zach Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Herbert. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run. It's Herbert. To about the 35, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, a run with Herbert. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Entering play call inside AHP blunt zone weak.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
They'll go again with Herbert.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Honda selected.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Open man here is Conklin. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Now it's Wilson. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And they enjoy this 4th quarter lead, starting out 1st and 10 now following the missed field goal.
Inside AHD zone weak.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cross-cutting.
Field's going to hold on to it. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Entering play call option. We have 6 options. Shovel, play height, there are RPO, opt, run, pass, hook, standard, shotgun pass, play action pass, pass sprint HB, potacing, pass sprint HB, shotgun pass, play action pass.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 38. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Carter. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Second and 14. To throw is Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Wilson going to give to Carter on the draw. Absolutely nobody forward there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bears will get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Inside handoff. AHD blunt dot zone weak.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Brady, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
AHD blunt dot zone weak. AHD blunt dive.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Herbert. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And here comes Berrios. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here's Wilson and the Jets down by 15. 2:13 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
Entering
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
Here we go.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second and 2. Here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
We have 18 options. Cover 1 hole selected.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
There are 8 categories. There are 7 sub-categories. Action, run, pass, special, specialty, clock management,
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Triangle button. Circle
no, he
button.
didn't spike it. He
Triangle
faked it.
Button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Spike ball. Fix spike. Fix spike 2. Spike ball. Fix spike 3. Spike ball. Fix spike 2. Fix spike. Hooping heel. Fix spike. Hooping heel.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Fix spike 3. Spike ball. Fix spike 3. Spike ball. Fix spike 3. Hooping heel.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
Throw it medium is selected.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Chicago, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.